Hello and a very warm welcome for joining this 10 minutes hangout on small business grants. My name is Ozair and I'm very pleased to say that I have Bisola Orimalade from Velocity Growth Hub with us online. Bisola is going to talk about how small to medium-sized businesses can get access to government grants. Hello Bisola, how are you?
Hi Oz, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for coming over. And it's lovely to have you on this hangout. So give us a little bit of introduction of who you are, what you do.
Okay, so my name is Bisola Orimalade, and I'm a business advisor for Velocity Growth Hub. We're based in Cranfield, but we cover the Southeast Midlands. We are part of SEMLEP, which is Southeast Midlands Local Enterprise Partnership. We cover parts of Northamptonshire, we cover parts of Buckinghamshire, the whole of Milton Keynes, and the whole of Bedfordshire. SEMLEP is funded by central government and 11 local authorities in our geographical area, and also through private funding as well. And SEMLEP have been tasked to work in infrastructure, skills, and business growth. And Velocity sits under business growth for the SEMLEP area, yes.
So is this for business?
We support SMEs up to 250 employees in the SEMLEP area. So we have 5 business advisors in total covering the area. We have 2 in Bedfordshire. I cover Luton and South Bedfordshire. And we have another advisor covering Bedford and North Bedfordshire, 2 in Northampton, and an advisor in Milton Keynes. So we help local SMEs in those areas grow and expand their business.
So how can these grants be used for taking your business to the next level and to expand the business?
Okay, so Velocity have a range of services. We are business advisors, and we help and support and mentor SMEs. We also have workshops we deliver, which will start in around September time. That would cover, we're still working out topics. However, last year we ran various workshops, some of which are smash your sales targets, leadership techniques, and negotiating successfully. So, and social media, online marketing. So workshops around topics that will help you grow and expand your business. We also have webinars. We collaborate with government, with professions like accountants, banks, to deliver information on tax and different issues SMEs are facing. So you can join webinars. If you go on velocitygrowthhub.com, you can get all that information there. And we also have grants available, which will be available hopefully by July of this year. We are being funded by the European Regional Growth Fund, and we are hoping to have the grant ready for SMEs to apply around July this year, in a few months. And there are 2 types of grants an SME can apply for. We have revenue grants and capital grants. Revenue grants are for things like website development, consultancy, business processes, and that is from £1,000 to £10,000 grant funding available, but it has to be matched by the SME. We will match 25%, and the SME will add we would add 33% for the revenue grant, and the SME will contribute 66%. For the capital grant, which is from 5,000 to 50,000, and that would be for major things. You need to move into our SEMLEP area, and you need to buy equipment, and you need to get a new premises, things like that. We could help fund you, and that would be 25% match. So we would contribute 25%, and the SME will contribute 75% to the total project, total grant funding. And with every grant, with every £5,000 received, an SME will have to create one job. Okay, so all of this is draft at the moment because we're still waiting for the grant funding from the Regional Growth Fund to come through. But this is just draft at the moment. It could be subject to change, but this is basically what it might look like when we get approved.
Okay, brilliant. So for any small business grant, businesses need to apply beforehand before they invest in a, say, a website or any other kind of equipment they wish to purchase?
Yes, the business has to, you can't claim in retrospect. So you have to wait until you're approved before you carry on your project. If you can't wait, your project cannot wait before, unfortunately, you won't be able to apply for the grant. You will have to obviously wait, apply for the grant. If you are successful, then you can move ahead with the project. Yes.
So am I right in saying that the business owner has to pay the full 100% towards, say, a website, and then claim that 33% back from Velocity?
Yes, that's correct. Obviously, this is all subject to change, but that's the, yes, that would be the case, yes.
And how lengthy or simple this process is for applying a grant? How and where does someone start?
Once we are approved, if we're approved, should I say, I would obviously work with my clients to help complete the application form, and they have to attend the panel, and they would then find out if they are successful. All of this is subject to change once we get the go-ahead from the ERDF, which is the European Regional Growth Fund. There could be a different criteria, but this is what we ran last year. So this is based on what we ran last year. And so you apply for the grant, you have an application form, we work with you. There's some criteria you have to complete, obviously. We work with you, apply for the grant, go to a panel, and if you're successful, obviously, we will let you know. Once that's correct, then you have 3 months to claim the money. This is based on what happened last year.
Okay, so once somebody applies, you have this interview process, and it may take a few weeks or a few months, perhaps?
It take a few weeks, possibly a few months. I can't tell at the moment because we're still ironing out all the information, but it could take a few weeks. But I'm not sure. A few months, I'm not sure, but a few weeks definitely, yes.
So it's best to plan ahead and get your business plans and your cash flow in place before you commit to this kind of funding.
Exactly. So what I'm doing at the moment, what we are all doing at the moment, we're going out and about seeing clients and telling them about the grant funding, and just looking at what they need. Okay, so and then we say yes, you could be qualified for what you want to do. And then once I have all the information necessary, I will then forward it to the client.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the seminars, events, and the webinars which were hosted last year.
Yes.
Are they free of charge or full day, half day? What kind of events are these?
Okay, we ran workshops last year and webinars. Webinars are recorded, and obviously they're on YouTube. So if you just Google Velocity webinars, they will come up on YouTube. And the workshops were, some of them were half days, some of them were 3 hours. Most of them were 3 hour long, and it covers a range of subjects. We're still looking at subjects we're going to do this year, and we're hoping to put that on around September time if we are approved by the Regional Growth Fund. But they're free as well. There are no costs. All of this service is not, they're free to SMEs. And with every SME, you are entitled to 12 hours support from Velocity. So, and there's no charge to any of the SMEs at all.
Wow, that's brilliant. So what's this 12-hour support can be used for?
It could be used for if you wanted to, talk about the expansion of your business, wanted to talk about how to grow your business, or some businesses are in survival mode. They just need strategic help. We're there to help and support you. We could just things like that. We're not there to do the work for the client, but we're there to support you, to advise them on what to do and what we think, and if we can't help them, or if they need specialist support, we are different partner agencies we can refer them to. We work with local authorities and different accountants. We have different accountants we work with, not work with as in we don't recommend any accountants or any solicitors, any professional services, but if a client needs services, we might suggest various services for them to contact if they need any support, any specialist support.
No, that's brilliant. So is this 12-hour support, irrespective of whether you've applied for the business grants or not, and you can get access to this 12-hour support?
Yes. The grant is just a part of the service we offer. Any SME in a similar period can apply for the 12-hour support. You'll have to be business to business. We can help business to retailers as well, but the retailers won't be able to access the grant. However, they can access the support. So we work mainly with business to business who have been trading for a year and over.
Okay, brilliant. So what would be your top tip for somebody listening in and would like to apply for the small business grant? What do you think lots of people make mistakes before they apply for such a grant?
Well, the first thing any SME should do is contact Velocity and book in with a business advisor who will come out to their premises and talk to them about their needs. That's the first thing to do. And then after that, then the advisor will be able to help them and guide them through the application if they qualify.
So is this consultation completely free of charge and no obligation?
There's no obligation it's completely free of charge. We will be funded by ERDF, so there is no charge to the SME at all. It's just a phone call. We will come to the SME and go through our services and help them as best we can.
Brilliant. Thank you, Bisola, so much for your time. We've unfortunately come to the end of this hangout. I thoroughly enjoyed this hangout, and you gave some really great tips on how small businesses can utilize this grant and also your services from Velocity. Thank you to everyone who joined in this hangout as well. Please subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. Till next time is goodbye for me. Thank you, Bisola. Bye for now.
Bye.